Let me know when you're on. Let me know. So you say hello, Adri, means that you see me. Can you confirm that? Such a hot day. Almost 90 Fahrenheit, 30 Celsius. Hello everybody. And also super sweating. I've been and super sleepy as well. I haven't slept last night, but I'm here. Hello everybody. Okay, so I want to quickly go over the things that I mentioned during this last posts, which I know that you read already a lot about that. So super quick. Still don't know if we'll continue with the virtual tours or not. It's because mainly of two reasons. The lack of support, but also the new projects that may come in the future, which you can be included as well, because it's still connected to cooking and cultures, and so will be more on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube. So you're more than welcome to come in that and support me there. So you will probably still see me, but nothing is certain at the moment, so we may continue with the tours as well. We'll see. I see if the support, of course, is big, I will consider to continue, of course. But this doesn't mean that I'm complaining, because some people say, oh, he's complaining. But no, I'm not complaining. I understand that it's not easy to support. So as I understand you, you understand me. So I'm not forcing anybody. Here it's all free, but of course support is welcome, because it's what keeps us to do the tours, you know. So on this note, let me thank Adrian, let me thank Elisabetta, let me thank Cheryl, which supported even ahead of the tour, and now also let me thank Cynthia for the coffee. I'm very thankful for all your support, not just now, like in general. And but yes, I highly suggest to enjoy this tour and the ones coming in the future, as maybe there will be maybe a few more, we don't know. For now, there's not a schedule for the month of June, but I will try to schedule maybe June, see how it goes. We'll see how things go. I will keep you posted on everything. Yeah. I know I read that, Matthew, thank you so much. What is that small 4 lines on your screen left side? No, it's not just you, Adrian, unfortunately. It's been there. It's a bug Streamlabs has. So unfortunately you will have to stick with it. There's no way that I can get rid of it, unfortunately. Unless, let me see. I don't wanna touch things, because I feel like if I do it, I may interrupt the tour, and we don't want that. Now back to the tour super quick, because actually the Rose Garden is about to close, but since we've always seen the Rose Garden many times, this time is about the Aventine Hill. So we won't just see the Rose Garden, but we will see also all the hill around, which is beautiful. It's one of my favorite. So this time we won't stay much on the Rose Garden. We'll do a little stop here, but we'll continue also to the other stops, okay? So now let me, of course, I was almost forgetting, see, I was talking about support and I didn't mention that. Well, of course, it's a free tour, but you're welcome to support, and you can do so through PayPal or Buy Me Coffee. The links of those are in the description below, or in the description of the channel, or you can just ask me through Messenger. And if you're not part of the newsletter, send me an email through Messenger, and so I can add you to the newsletter, because whatever I'll do in the future, I will keep you posted with the newsletter as well. We'll see what happens. It's a little uncertain, the future, but we'll see what happens. Now, so you can support through those links, or you can support through spreading the word with your family and friends. As if the channel grows, there are more people supporting. In the way, we don't have to worry about continuing or not, because there will be enough support to continue. So it's really important to spread the word. If you can support through those links, super important. Okay. Now, you understand that. Now, I don't want to keep you waiting, so I'm gonna switch the camera. There you go. And we are enjoying right now the view of the Rose Garden. I'm actually sitting on the parapet here of the Rose Garden. Here we are exactly at the beautiful heart-shaped, flower art-shaped. And there are many couples, because it's a very particular garden to come to. Many couples come because it's very romantic. They take pictures, and also it's free. And it happens to be here only from in May, so from the 21st of May until the beginning of June. Which is the best period, because that's when they also do the international prize for the roses. But also in October there is a second time to come. The rest of the year is closed. So it's very important that you enjoy it, as it's not very typical to see it open. So we're lucky to see it today. Bonjour from France. Bonjour. So you're in France, Michaela. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Matthew. By the way, I didn't say hi to Adrian, Elisabetta, Zina, Cheryl, Diane. Okay, and to all of those who are in the chat as well. Now, starting from the history of this garden, wonderful position, by the way. You can enjoy breathtaking view of the whole city of Rome. Just showing you the Circus Maximus there, the Aventine Hill. We have the altar of the fatherland right there. We can also see, if we go a little upper, the tower, the bell tower, where the famous Mouth of Truth is, and the Monte Mario on that side. So it's a beautiful position, beautiful view as well, since it lies on the slopes of the Aventine Hill. This is, by the way, the second hill of the new series, the Seven Hills of Rome, which is a beautiful series. You remember the first one? We went to the Quirinal, and we also saw the change of the guards, which was amazing. When we went to the Quirinale, there was a beautiful band singing and playing, so it was really a beautiful moment. I want to show you now that it's empty, the heart-shaped, you see, with all the roses. Beautiful one. You have a new member. Remember, your tours bring to joy. Oh, I have a new member. Just I don't know who, but Buy Me a Coffee just told me that I have a new member. I'm glad I do. Yes, by the way, you can subscribe. You can go. You can subscribe to the channel, YouTube channel. You can subscribe to the Buy Me a Coffee page. And you can send me a request on Facebook as well, Mickey and Adric Travels. Mickey is generally not with me. Beautiful fountain to get some water. But now I'm the one doing tours. It's been like that for a year now. So the roses are still blossoming. Now, they're very particular, many particular roses. We've been here many times. I know you remember. Oh, it's you, Matthew. Okay, I'm glad. Buongiorno from Helsinki. I've been there. Beautiful city. Now, it's quite small. He hosted around 200 roses, varieties of roses from all over the world. And since the 3rd century before Christ, the place where the Rose Garden stands has been dedicated to flowers, so it's been a long time. Here we're seeing Baccarat, which is a beautiful one. I'm just showing you a few examples. Of course, you can go on the grass. It's permitted, but not like last time. As you know, this is just a quick stop. Look how beautiful is this one as well. This is called Victor side because this rose garden is divided in two parts. One it became the garden of the Jews with a small cemetery of the community next. As we're looking at some other roses, there's one that is super beautiful that I want to show you. This one, super particular, and this is Odelia. I don't know if the camera is good. Let me just make sure that it's good and clean. I'm gonna clean it. Okay, should be better now. Okay, and here we have the rose dedicated to peace. Last year we couldn't see it. This year we're lucky. Look at this. We're so lucky. Look how beautiful. Last year we were not able to see it. And this rose is super important. Actually, we can actually read it here as well. It was the bright morning of 1935, and a young French pollinator called Francis Méliande, son of the more famous rose grower Antoine Méliande, would never have imagined that that day would have given birth to one of the most surprising roses. After selection process the last 4 years, he decided to market it internationally, even if, because of the ongoing war, he had to adopt different names in different countries to hide its origin. In French-speaking countries, it is known as Madame Antoine Méliande, in Italy as Gioia, so joy, in Germany as Gloria Dei, Latin for glory of God. Her true name, Peace, was made official after the fall of Berlin at the end of World War II in Europe. In 1951, a rose peace was offered to each one of the representatives of the 49 countries that met at the San Francisco Conference. That created the basis for the birth of the United Nations. At the end of the last century, he has been elected Roses of the Century by the World Federation of Rose Societies, and he has been the recipient of most prizes and certainly the most famous rose in the world. In the last years, we have witnessed the resurgence of conflicts in many countries in the world. With so many war fronts, it would be appropriate to promote the universal values of peace through the beauty of a flower. It's the first time that I wanted to read this. So, but yes, it's generally the infos that I also give about this flower, since really last times we were not lucky enough to see it. You see there as well. Now back to the garden, even though we have more to see. Look how beautiful. As I was saying, it was also dedicated, it was the garden of the Jews, and with the cemetery next to it. And from 1934, the year of the transfer of the Jewish cemetery to Verano. Verano is the Rome cemetery. The area remained uncultivated until 1950, and when it became the seat of the new Municipal Rose Garden. So from 1915 on, this has been the Rose Garden. In order to thank the Jewish community for this gesture, the garden was made in a way to recall the famous candelabrum. So you won't see it from here, but from the top, the famous candelabrum, the menorah. So the garden has the shape of the menorah. In the meantime, I want to show you also the other side before it closes, and then we'll keep going. You're late by here. Hello, Sharon Lowell Puri, and being lucky, so make sure. Let me see this year. Competition 24. First, Belgium. Second, Germany. Third, France. Okay, there you go. Okay, there you go. at the 80. But this was last year though, so they probably need to, I don't know why they didn't update the sign. Now I want to show you some of this. This is from Germany. Look how beautiful. And there's one, this is from France, but there's one that is really catching my eye that I really want to show you. This one, wow. Where is it? From Germany. Gospel. It's called Gospel. Look how beautiful. Isn't it beautiful? It looks like a velvet, not kidding. Super beautiful. Super beautiful. Even this one is from France. Look how beautiful this one is. Let me see if there are more like this one as well. Looks like velvetish as well from France. Many beautiful roses this year, I must say. Generally towards the end of May and June the blossoms are better, to be honest. This is a typical red one. I want to see if actually the closed. Yes, it looks like it's closed, so I won't be able to actually come out from here. Why did they close me the gate? Oh, we'll have to go back. It's okay, it's okay. It's okay. We'll have more chances to see roses. Well, then at this point, while we go back, yeah, there are many roses from the UK. I mean, apparently I haven't been lucky enough to see them, but this is beautiful. Look how beautiful. And lots of France, right? Let's see, maybe Germany again. I want to smell it for you. Here are the ones that have been here for 2 years. So they come here 2 years in advance. The first place, Germany, here as well. Let me see. I told you that Germany is big in this. Look how beautiful this color is. It's a beautiful, beautiful. Kind of like a melon color. Not colon. I don't see any sign. We'll see if we have more UK. I haven't been lucky, Sarah, unfortunately. We'll see. I'll try my best. We have to go back necessarily because the gate is closed. Very stubborn woman, very determined. Mary had to fight hard to see her project realized, but finally in 1932 the Rose Garden finally opened. Now that I'm up, I can show you the shape. Okay. You see? And this is the shape of the menorah, the Jewish candelabrum. You may see some screen there in Circus Maximus because there will be the concert of a famous Italian singer. Okay, let's get out from the garden and we'll adventure. We'll adventure to the rest of the hill. Adesso puoi salutare. My mother, my aunt. Let me also drink some water because now is everything at the side. I thought just me as well. You have connection issues? Oh, you lost me totally? What did you miss? Did you miss the story about also who wanted this garden? Should I mention that again? Let me know. Let me know while we join the rest. Let me know. Just waiting for you, because that's probably what you missed. Who decided to create this garden? A famous countess, American by birth, Mary Galiseni. She came to Italy. Okay, so you missed that part. She came to Italy, and she married to an Italian count, Count Senni, and she was the one that had a huge love for nature, huge love for botanical matters, and huge knowledge of botanical matters. So, as I said before, she was a very stubborn and determined woman. So she had to fight very, very hard in order to have this project realized. But finally, the Rose Garden opened thanks to her in 1932. And she participated in all phases of the construction, promoting the garden, even abroad. We're doing a way larger the tour here because the gate was closed, so there's nothing much to see here, but apart from that woman in the balcony, which she's super lucky to live here. But yeah, so I'm doing a little tour, but it's very beautiful, the Aventine Hill. I will tell you more about it. Anyways, the year following the opening, so 1933, the Rome Prize was established, and it's second in the world by constitution, preceded only by that of Bagatelle, which is close to Paris, and where Mary was part of the jury as well. The competition, again, was established in 1933, and it elects the best varieties of unpublished roses every year on the third Saturday of May. It takes place in the Rose Garden, where we have been just a few minutes ago. The international jury is made up of members who are connected to the botanical world, but also from members that are not necessarily strictly connected to this world. Someone also, as I like to say always when we come to the Rose Garden, someone also mentioned of this special presence, this phantom presence of someone that we all know in the 50s, and I'm talking about my favorite writer, the Queen of Crimes, Agatha Christie, coming to Rome, obviously under a different name, and being part of the jury. I would have loved to see, if someone would ask me, do you want to see someone of the past, I would say Agatha Christie. There's this super nice and cute shrine of a Madonna right here in the corner, beautiful. And now we venture, we see all this wall, and we're lucky enough because it has been just restored. We are venturing into the orange garden, which has been just restored, so we're super, super, super lucky. Okay, orange garden. Let me see. September 8th. Okay, just to make sure, I would do a little detour, honestly, because I feel like the garden is gonna be more open later. So I want to show you the church before. This is Saint Sabina's church, who lived, by the way, the saint lived in the 2nd century AD, was a Roman noblewoman married to a senator, Valentinus, who converted to Christianity. Let me see if the church is closed. Apparently, it looks like it's closed, but not sure. Yes, it just closed a few minutes ago, unfortunately. But we can notice the portico, which is beautiful. We have been here though last time, so at least we are taking more care of what we have in front, and which is also a beauty in the cloister. Just staying here a little. Does it, okay, maybe I should probably get out from the church. It's probably because of the church. This is Saint Sabina at Aventine Hill. Is it better now? Hello, Mary Lou. Is it better? Hopefully. Well, let me know in the meantime. By the way, the relics of Saint Sabina are inside the church, which is, look at the windows as well, beautiful, and the convent and the cloister on the side. By the way, this church is super connected to orange trees, because it is said that the orange tree in the cloister of the Basilica that we have in front is considered the oldest orange tree in Europe. Okay, so I will stay here. Okay, I want to show you also a picture of the past as it looked before, as we get closer. Okay. Very interesting story is that the tradition has that this tree was planted by San Dominic of Guzman himself, which is the founder of the Dominicans around 1220. He brought with him an orange tree, an orange sapling from Spain, his homeland, where orange trees had been introduced by the Arabs themselves. This gesture symbolized the arrival of the plant in Italy, and in particular in Rome. So a tree that has been here for centuries and is therefore considered miraculous in a way. Alongside the story of the orange tree, there's also another legend linked to the Saint Dominic, and a stone in the same church that is the so-called lapis diaboli, the devil's stone. It is said that the devil threw this stone at Saint Dominic while he was praying, shattering a marble slab that covered the bones of some martyrs. The stone with the devil's claw marks is still visible in the basilica inside, bearing witness to faith and the fight against evil. Now we just entered the orange garden, which was just slightly restored, and it stands as well on the Aventine Hill, so it's part of this beautiful hill in the area of an ancient fortress built in the 13th century by a family called Savelli. So on a pre-existing 10th century castle close to the church that we've just seen, Church of Santa Sabina on the Aventine Hill. The large medieval walls that you see of this fortress, they now surround the park or orange garden, which is a small rectangular park, very popular because from the Belvedere overlooks the river, and overlooking the river we can all enjoy the beautiful view of Rome and the bend of the Tiber to the St. Peter's Basilica. Look how beautiful this work of art is as well. Let me thank Diana. Thank you so much for your support. Now the part of the balcony, so the terrace there, is still under restoration. You can still see the top of the dome. But a lot of people, oh, there's more water. Let me refresh, please. But a lot of people don't know the secret. I know because I'm a local. Some people just stop here. Oh my God, this restoration, we can see the view. No, there's some tricks to that. Let me drink very quick. What up, Roma? You see the little hole coming up from the she-wolf face? Now there's it's so fresh. This guy is about to play some guitar. The beautiful terrace is here in front of us, now under restoration. But a lot of people don't know actually that if you keep walking to the left, you can actually have even a better view. And that's what we're doing. And so you're lucky that you're with me. You see, this is the Belvedere, which is under restoration. But if you keep walking this way, you can still have the view of the whole city. And also, look at this, we have the view of the Basilica on this side, which is amazing. See, there's this gate that opens and that allows people to still have a view of the city. And it's not just only this one. If you keep going this way, this path, you keep going and you keep seeing the rest. But we have to see other. So look at the view here. The altar of the fatherland there. I also see the Nero's tower where he stood witness to the Rome setting on fire. There's a beautiful view. The synagogue dome right there. And then the Vatican dome on this side. Right here. Vatican dome, synagogue. And the view from here, the whole city, and you can see some parts of the Tiber as well. And they reconstructed the terrace because they reconstructed the whole wall, basically. We won't continue to go down because we have more stuff to see on the top. And for the very first time, I'm showing you one of the most curious things ever in Rome. We have never shown it before, because it's really tough to show it on the screen, but this time I took with me Zoom, so hopefully I'll try my best to do it. I don't know if it will work out because it's already difficult to see with your own eyes, so imagine on a screen, but I'll try my best. But you will definitely enjoy the story behind that place, but I won't spoil it until the end because that will be the end of our tour. Okay, sorry for my breathing. It's been a long day walking. I had a tour even before this one, so very, very plus in the sun. I love the playing, the guitar playing. Okay. So, back to the garden as we are leaving it though. We were talking about the walls that make up this small rectangular garden dedicated to orange trees in particular, during summer open until 8. And the trees, as we said before, give its name, were planted in the memory of Saint Dominic. So the one that Dominic planted was in the church. The one planted here, they were just planted after, just to honor this saint who founded a convent right here in the 13th century. Now, let me tell you more about this hill, because we are here but we haven't talked about the hill. While you enjoy all these beautiful residential houses for the very first time, we're not seeing all just the monuments and attractions, but we're also seeing some residential area, even though if you live here you're pretty lucky because it's one of the most beautiful places. Think that the Aventine Hill, as you know, it's one of the 7 hills of Rome. This is the second of the series, but actually the third if you think of the Palatine Hill. We've seen that also many months ago when we've been inside the imperial forums, you remember? It must be super hot, yes. And it's located, this hill, between, just to give you an idea, the Tiber River, you've seen it before, and the Baths of Caracalla. It is an exclusive hilly area which is full of history, rich in history, thanks to the many historic and prestigious buildings, but also many residential places. The hill has played a leading role in history since the foundation of Rome, the foundation of the city, when Remus, the famous twin, chose it as the ideal location in the famous dispute with his brother Romulus. So you all know that the Palatine was the birth of the city, where everything was born, but not many people know that this is the hill where actually they disputed. And as I'm venturing myself inside a secret garden that again you can happen to come if especially this period that the orange garden is under restoration, especially the terrace. This is a very calm area with beautiful a beautiful calm atmosphere, but also the terrace at the end, and I'm going there to show you super quick. It's also has some fountains and some particular statues as well. We have one fountain right there in the middle, the one with the bush, but also this one, the bush fountain, but also we have the super famous, it must be super expensive, the famous Giovanna d'Arco statue right here, the statue of Saint Joan d'Arc. There you go. I'm trying to go a little closer so you haven't. Yeah, there you go. Probably better this way. So they disputed, the two twins disputed here, and the city was then built in the Palatine area. It became mainly a commercial area, a commercial district from 7th century before Christ onwards. Thanks also to the nearby river port, and during the imperial age, the plebs who had settled here migrated to Trastevere, which would be many times there, and aristocratic families came here. So the plebs went to Trastevere, the higher upper class came here. Oh, somebody's entering that door. Wow. I'm curious now. And then they revolutionated the taste and the style of this district. To be exact, this hill. In fact, Hadrian, Vitellius, and Trajan lived here before even becoming emperors, as did Septimius Severus, all famous emperors. Buildings of great architecture values we will see as we leave this place. Also, the Baths of Caracalla, the Temple of the Moon, the Temple of Juno, and the Basilica of Santa Sabina, which we have seen before. There you go, again, the view right there of the Vatican. There's some writing in the screen. Oh, there you go, that one. particularly enjoy the calm tranquility of this place here. Look how beautiful this place. She's having fun taking picture, but the flowers are amazing. This corner is amazing, as is amazing this church we have here. As we are seeing it now, very, very beautiful one. By the way, the neighborhood today is full of elegant Art Nouveau buildings and villas. It's considered by Romans and by your Adriano, Adri, me, to be an oasis of peace, as I'm showing you right now, and tranquility as well. Just a stone's throw from the center and its amenities, so very particular one. A little headache, but it's okay. Okay. How beautiful. So the bell tower, the one that you're seeing now, by the way, is the church, to be exact, the Basilica of Saints Boniface and Alexius. It was built between the 3rd and 4th centuries. Initially dedicated to Saint Boniface himself, only him, a Christian martyr who converted after a life of luxury and debauchery. In 986, by the way, we have a beautiful seagull there. Let's see, because they're generally mean. Hello. It's okay. Here we have the Eagle Fountain, by the way, which I didn't show you at the beginning. Or more like a seagull. Oh. Look how beautiful all this tranquility. You may notice it even from the screen, how calm and tranquil this is. It's so beautiful. Just if you want to have a walk far from the city center, look also the villas that are here. They're just so beautiful and expensive. If you are a tourist, you really need to know about this. If you read a lot about tourism in Rome, then yes, you may notice. Otherwise, it's very difficult to know. Let's get inside the courtyard of the Basilica. Patrician who fled escape of 17. The church was rebuilt and the relics of the two saints, Boniface and Alexius, were placed under the high altar that we are about to see. So we're lucky. Let me know if the signal is good. So please text me and text me to know that everything is fine. If I don't see your text, I will come out, okay? And I will stay in silent for a bit. There's nobody. Let me know. Let me know if the signal is good. So is the signal good? Should I keep going? It's so beautiful. There's some music. It's only me. Okay, I'm glad. I will keep going because I think you have good signal. How beautiful it is with this music. Look at the beautiful light of the sun also, and this atmosphere and the music. It's just amazing. Okay. Showing you also the little Virgin Mary fountain here. Been able to see until the end of the church, because I was worried that there was no signal at the end. Could you hear also the music? Let me know about that music, and if you've been able to see the end of it. The music was just adding a lot of more emphasis to the whole tour. Let me show you also the facade, which is a particular here because there's a facade which looks like more like a building, and then the facade itself now it's under restoration, as you probably seen before. So its music was okay, beautiful. Love that. Could you see until the end? As we saw, we can access through this portico and then access the church. The last thing that we've seen to the right, by the way, was the chapel dedicated to Saint Alexius. Think that also from the presbytery you enter the crypt, which houses the relics of, guess who? A little curiosity, of St. Thomas Becket, Archbishop of Canterbury and great friend of King Henry II of England. In 1162, he was precisely his friendship that with the powerful sovereign that earned him the appointment as Archbishop of Canterbury and Primate of England, a position that of course caused him no end of trouble, an incorruptible man and protector of the church. He refused to bow to the will of the king, who became then his bitter enemy. To save himself, Thomas had to flee first to France and then to Rome. So, very curious. I generally come here at night, and this is almost the end of our tour. Look how beautiful. But back to me. I generally come here at night. Okay, there's a huge line, so we won't be able to see but also because it's very difficult, but I will be able to show you the place. I maybe post a picture on Facebook. Why do I come at night? Because there's no people. Right now, there's a huge line, but I'll tell you more about this place before actually the end of this tour, which, oh, thank you. Yes, on that note, thank you, Michaela. I just wanted, yes, again, to remind you that this is a free tour, so you're welcome to support it and through PayPal and buy me a coffee. And if we keep supporting the tours, maybe we can see part 3, part 4, part 6, part 5, and part 7 of the 7 Hills of Rome. And not just that, we have many more to come if the tours keep their support through PayPal or Buy Me Coffee. The links are below this tour, the description of this tour. So, or in the description of the channel. Now let's get back to what we have in front, and I want to show you the line. Look at this line. It goes all until there. It will take us too long to wait. It wouldn't be worth it, the wait. What we have in front is definitely beautiful. We have a convent on this side which is being renovated now, but here people actually come for this part. So I highly suggest you to come here at night because it's way more accessible, and generally when I come here I can directly go to that door. What's that door about? It's the famous Eye of Rome. Have you heard of the Eye of Rome before? Because a lot of tourists don't come here because it's not very accessible to them, but the ones that are the most curious, they generally happen to come here. The Keyhole is a destination for a continuous pilgrimage of tourists, but not on a large scale, again, due to the area where we are. It's a hill, so it's not very touristy and very easy to access to. There's actually, I mean, depends on the day, but yeah, now it's the big line. But yeah, I would say if you come at night, it's beautiful. It's faster, it's very quick, and it's located at the top of the Aventine Hill. We are on the top of it. The whole is nothing more than an exciting view offered by the keyhole of the gate in front of you of the Priory of the Knights of Malta. What you have in front is not Italy, it's Malta. Malta, the island, when you look through the keyhole. Some people call it the keyhole, but actually in a more romantic way we call it the Eye of Rome. The emotion that, of course, the tourists feel is dictated not only by the charm of spying on something or someone without knowing what to really expect. I think that every time I take my friends here, they don't really know. Every time I say, hey, look at through the hole, and they're like, oh my god, what is there? I don't know, a snake or something. And then when they see it, they're like, oh wow. So it's not about just that, but also about the panoramic view that the presence that it's present to them, and as soon as they see through the hole. St. Peter's Dome. So through that hole you see St. Peter's Dome. Have you heard of this? You went there? Was too much line? Well, it's a bit, you need to come at night, unfortunately. The nighter it is, the better. It's totally in a new and different perspective, though, surrounded by the hedges of the 18th century garden of the Priory. So behind this gate, there's this beautiful maze that it just adds a charm to the whole thing. Look how beautiful also the gate is itself. The visit, yes, it's definitely worthwhile, I'm not gonna lie, but I mean, not for this much line. Both during the day and at night. Perhaps sunset is the best time, maybe, but any time is good. Day, sunset or night. As I said before, personally come at night. So I suggest that probably also for the line. But is this whole the result of chance? No. Many people ask themselves these questions, and the answer is obviously no. It was most likely the architect Piranesi, who in the 18th century, at the request of the Cardinal Rezzonico, was tasked with renovating the entrance and also creating a spectacular Rococo square. So, not on purpose. I mean, yes, sorry, on purpose. And more restoration here. By the way, some of the buildings here are dedicated to the study of literature, Italian literature. So some of these are part also of the University of Rome, Rome's University. If we keep going this way, you will notice a lot of buildings that are more like residential or villas. So it's not just what we've seen, which, by the way, just to give you an idea, from the Rose Garden, which is pretty far, it's a straight line. So Rose Garden, Orange Garden, Basilica of Santa Sabina, Basilica of St. Alexius and Boniface, and the keyhole at the end. So it's a whole straight line. But if you want to venture yourself even on this area, is still the Aventine, and you will love it. You will love it. So definitely worthwhile. And you hear the seagulls as well. Anyways, end of the tour. This is the second part of the 7 Hills of Rome, the Aventine. Beautiful, the birds. Thank you for staying with me. I just said it before. I should have said it halfway as always, but I was forgetting I forgot because I was explaining things. But yes, again, the support is below through PayPal or Buy Me Coffee. You know the links, you know that, so I don't have to remind you more. Well, I'm sorry, Adrian, because generally we have no problems at all. Especially because we are outside. It might be for the height, but it's too bad. It's too bad. Caput Mundi. Yes, Caput Mundi. I'm sorry for that. Anyways, as I was saying, the future of tours, we'll see what happens. In case I will test this month how it goes. If it's really worth the staying, then I will keep going. If not, I will continue on different new projects, and maybe you will be included as well. Okay. You can rewatch it, Nathalie. You can rewatch it because this is a brand new tour, so I'm sure you will enjoy it. This time we haven't seen just the Rose Garden. We have gone all the way up to the top of the hill. That's why I'm a little tired. Anyways, you enjoy the rest of the weekend and have a lovely, lovely Saturday and Sunday. Bye, everybody. I don't know. I don't think other people had problems, but maybe. I don't know. I'm just sorry. Maybe you can rewatch the tour, and maybe there won't be any problem with that. You can try to do that, right? I'm sure the tour will be fine because there were no interruptions. So I'm sure you will be able to see the tour with no problems at all. Hello, Laura. Ciao, Laura. And ciao for real, because this is the end of the tour. Bye, everybody. Hopefully see you.